Jay was up all night, so he's going to be in bed for the rest of the day, probably. And I am very, very lonely. I've been on my phone all morning, just trying to spread relevant information around to folks. Things like how to sanitize their food, this big online rally in favor of what was called the People's Bailout. Uh, just keeping myself busy in my own way, and just right now, all I really want is a little human contact. But I send out messages and I go to chat rooms and nobody's there. Or if someone is there, conversation dies as soon as I show up. It's just, very, very hard to feel good about myself when it feels like nobody wants me around, But that was a problem that was prevalent even before the virus showed up, so it's whatever. I don't know what I'm feeling sorry for myself for. I mean, I'm here and I'm healthy and I've got the big guy here to keep me company. Say hi to everybody, Ernst. He's a man of few words, but he's a handsome guy and he's always a great listener. I've got a little crush on him if you want to know the truth. Tall, dark, handsome, scary. He's just my type. Yeah. Could stand to be a bit of a nattier dresser, but a lot of that is the cat's fault. We can't blame him too much for that. And that is a really kick-ass scarf he has. I mean, check it out. Look at it. It's got tombstones on it. See? Tomb, sweet tomb. Talked to a couple of my other friends. How we doing, Edgar? Hasn't got much to say, has he? Well, how about Odile here? Graceful, ain't she? And she's got her own 30-foot yacht. I picked her up when I was working at the Halloween store. It was right after I got fired from, my other job. But I did love working there. I only picked up a couple of days a week, but it wasn't about the money for me. It was just about getting to be there. Just immersing myself in something that I loved. I've been trying to immerse myself in doing things I love. Not just while I've been in isolation, but ever since I got fired. But it's, not always very simple. This guy talks too, but his Switch is in a really hard-to-access place. We call him Bergman. He's sort of our ghost butler. Oh, up there is Donnie. Say hi, Donnie. Ah, there we are. I picked that fella up like 5 years ago. Must have gone to 3 different Spirit Halloweens looking for him. The potion nightlight burned out. Yes. Shut the heck up, Donnie. Oh, we call this one BJ. You might understand why once you hear his voice. That one belongs to Jeremy. It's one of his favorites. He's always been more of the mad scientist type. I've always been more of the gothic vampiric sort. Got our fun little plasma ball. Not plugged in right now. Lights up green when it is, and it's sound activated. Oh, and we can't forget about Thing. I know that in the show he didn't look like that, but what we told people was that he was dressed up in a zombie costume for Halloween. Sometimes, when I'm feeling extra saucy, I'll get dressed up in all my finery and perch him on my shoulder and set him walking on tables when I go out to restaurants. I did it on my 30th birthday at the casino. Let's see. We've got Edison here. Everybody loves Edison. It's easy to love. This big old plush spider I've had since I was a little kid. Naturally, her name's Charlotte. This one's a drop spider. Her name's Rosie. It's hard to tell in this light, but that's because I enhanced her with some red paint to make her look a little bit more like a rose-haired tarantula. I also picked this one up while I was working at the Halloween store. I got it at a discount because this part doesn't work the way it's supposed to. You can see it twitching, but it doesn't quite come out all the way. But I still thought it was great. It kind of reminded me of the library in the Haunted Mansion in Florida. I've never been there, but I've seen videos. Oh. Check out this fun fella. Must be turned off. Yes, he's off. Demo mode. With these and other toys, I set up all the area, all the way around the outside of my house as a haunted mortuary and laboratory. We've got a decent amount of backyard here, at least in comparison to our neighbors. We just set it up as a sort of a haunted house corridor. I wonder if the neighbors are still outside wandering around. That's why I don't go outside at all. Because they're always out there pacing around back and forth with their phones. I have no idea why the hell they do that. I know a lady next door has a roommate with learning disabilities. And maybe she does it so she won't upset her with whatever she's saying, because she's always yelling into the phone. I don't know what she's yelling about. I don't want to know. But I suppose she goes outside so as not to upset her. I'm not too into people and being around people. They seem to have a real hard-on for taking advantage of me when I go out, you know? Because I'm always trying so hard to do my best and to not give away, you know, just how weird I am. Not the goth stuff. I flaunt the goth stuff. Everybody loves the goth stuff. It's everything else that they're not so into. I still haven't put the cover back on the couch like I was gonna. I just don't feel up to it right now. Maybe I'll alphabetize the DVDs instead.